Students, we are starting with a new chapter, a new topic, very interesting topic. The name of the topic is quadratic equations. Now, which equations are called as quadratic equations? Just in 2 minutes, I'll brief you all. When we call any equation as a quadratic equation, students, this word quad, it has been derived from Greek. In Greek, the word quad means two. So एक ऐसा equation जिसकी highest degree 2 हो, उसको बोलते हैं quadratic equation. The general formula of any default formula of any quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, this is the general formula. Please copy down this afterwards. ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. ये इक्वेशन की हाईएस्ट डिग्री 2 है, इसलिए इसको बोलते हैं क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. ओके, x के ऊपर 2 है तो हाईएस्ट डिग्री 2 है, इसलिए बोलते हैं क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन. नाउ ax स्क्वायर प्लस bx इक्वल टू 0, ये भी क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है. ओनली थिंग इज हियर द वैल्यू ऑफ c इज 0, और इन अदर वर्ड्स आई कैन से ax square plus c equal to 0. This is also a quadratic equation. Let me give you all one example. This can be in the form of 5x square plus 7x equal to 0. This can be in the form of 5x square plus 9 equal to 0. यहाँ पे constant term नहीं है जिसके साथ में x नहीं होता है, constant term नहीं है, और यहाँ पर x वाला term 0 है. ठीक है, जो x वाला term होता है ना b, वो 0 है, तो इसलिए x नहीं दिख रहा है, सिर्फ constant term है. Even I can say ax square equal to 0. If somebody tells you, suppose I tell you 13x square equal to 0, this is also a quadratic equation. Okay, but the case is highest degree should be 2. ये x square होना चाहिए, चाहे फिर वो 1x square हो or anything it can be. Okay. Now quadratic equations can be solved in various methods. The method we are discussing today is called as splitting of middle term, also generally called as factorization method. Generally in the textbook you will come across with this name, factorization method, but we can say the main concept of this method lies with this name, splitting of middle term. Now, how exactly to proceed with this method? I will say there are two types of questions, students. Be careful. There are two types of questions when we solve quadratic equation by the help of splitting of middle terms. We'll come across with two types of questions. How generally we write a quadratic equation? We write a quadratic equation as ax square plus bx plus c. Okay. Now it's an optional whether if you write equal to 0 or not, but if I use the word equation, then I have to write this equal to 0. But sometimes they just say factorize. So if they just say factorize, then this equal to 0, if they have given, then you just need to write it. If they have not given, then you don't have to write this equal to 0. But generally when we say equation, so any expression can become equation only when we have equal to 0 sign. Okay. But at present I am not mentioning this 0 because it does not make any difference in the procedure of a method. Okay. ax square plus bx plus c. Now if you closely observe, students, I have written the same general expression 2 times. What's the difference? There will be one type of sums in which this value will be 1. This value of a will be 1. Okay? So in the first type I will be solving 5 to 6 questions dealing with this method, dealing with this types of questions. इसमें x square के आगे 1 होगा. 1 होगा मतलब कुछ भी नहीं होगा. When nothing is mentioned in front of x square, here we have 1. Understanding, students? So ये टाइप के सम्स हम लोग सॉल्व करेंगे 5 to 7 सम्स. ये टाइप के बाद में there will be some questions where we have this a, that is any term अदर देन वन के अलावा कोई नंबर होगा यहाँ पर, तो दैट क्वेश्चंस आई लेट यू नो. देयर इज सम slight change when we come across with those questions. I'll let you know. So first I'm starting with these types of questions. Okay students, so now let's see the first illustration. I'm starting with the questions who all will be having 1 in front of x square, that is coefficient of x square is 1. Moving on to our first question students on the board. First, x square plus 7x plus 10. Now please pay attention. Please pay attention. First two sums are very important. I'll teach you from scratch how to solve these questions. How to solve these questions. We should read the sum from ulta, from right hand side to left hand side. First, if you see, I have here plus 10. So now how to solve with the help of this method, splitting of middle terms. Now listen here. Here I have plus 10. Because I have plus 10, what does it means? That I should have two numbers. ऐसे दो numbers जिनका multiplication plus 10 होना चाहिए. So I'll write here p is equal to plus 10. And I should have such two numbers जिनका multiplication आपस में multiply करो तो plus 10 आना चाहिए. And when I add the same two numbers, their summation should be plus 7. See the significance of the place. The right hand side का first number जो होगा plus 10, ये दिखाता है कि जो हमको दो नंबर्स चाहिए उनका मल्टीप्लिकेशन आपस में अगर मल्टीप्लाई करो तो आना चाहिए आंसर प्लस 10, और अगर वही दो नंबर को हम लोग आपस में ऐड करें तो आना चाहिए प्लस 7. Okay, now I have 10 here, so I'll split up this 10. 2 5s are 5 1s are. Can I say 5 and 2 are the two numbers? When 5 gets multiplied with 2, students, I get here plus 10. Can I say 5 2s is 10? So my product, I achieved my product. But students, when 5 is added with 2, what number you get? 5 plus 2 is 7. Oh yes, we got the second condition also. So that means 5 and 2 are our required two numbers. Okay, now let's proceed further. The second key point, as the name of the method is splitting of middle term, which is our middle term? This plus 7x is our middle term. So because we are following the method of splitting of middle term or factorization method, we will not write this middle term in the solution. We will copy the first term x square as it is. We will copy the third term plus 10 as it is. At the place of this middle term, I will write the two numbers which we got, which are plus 5 and plus 2. So I'll have here plus 5x. I should accompany them with x and plus 2x. ठीक है, फर्स्ट x स्क्वायर को ऐसे ही लिख दिए, प्लस 10 को ऐसे ही लिख दिए, 7x को नहीं लिखे प्लस 7x को, because it was the middle term. I need to split it. So at the place of this 7 plus 7x, I wrote these two things. Now always we should remove something common from the first two terms and another thing common from the second last and last terms. We will always have 4 terms. तो पहले दो टर्म में से कुछ कॉमन और लास्ट दो टर्म में से कुछ कॉमन. So if I remove x common, so from here only x is remaining, this plus comes down, and because I have already taken this x out, so only 5 will be remaining. Now always remember, जो भी ये टर्म हो सेकेंड लास्ट टर्म, उसकी साइन कॉमन निकलेगी. So यहाँ प्लस है तो I'll write here plus, and if I remove 2 common, so plus 2 is common, so here only x is remaining. This plus will be copied as it is because बाहर plus common है, so internal sign will remain same. 2 5s is 10, so 2 5s. So now x plus 5 I'll remove common from this entire expression. यहाँ भी x plus 5 है, यहाँ भी x plus 5 है, so I'll remove x plus 5 common. So यहाँ से बचेगा x, यहाँ से plus और यहाँ से 2. ठीक है. Another very key point is always in this step always it's compulsory that you should get the two brackets which are exactly identical. अगर दोनों ब्रैकेट सेम मिलते हैं इसका मतलब आप करेक्ट जा रहे हो, राइट जा रहे हो. अगर अलग अलग मिल रहे हैं मतलब यू आर रॉन्ग समवेयर. ओके, दिस इज आवर first answer, students. Now let's proceed with a second illustration. X square minus 7x plus 10. Same logic. Ulta read करने का from right hand side to left hand side. If we see, what is the first thing you can observe? First thing you can observe here is plus 10. So I should get those two numbers such that if I multiply those two numbers, I should get plus 10. So I will say here, my product should be plus 10. Okay, my product should be plus 10. Similarly, students, here I have ऐसे दो numbers जिनको multiply करके I want plus 10, and here I have minus 7x. So the summation should be minus 7. So वही दो numbers को if I add, so my summation should be minus 7. Once again, the story is I need two numbers such that if I multiply both numbers, I should get plus 10, and if I add the same two numbers, I should get minus 7. The story in the previous case was something different. Previous case में plus 7 चाहिए था. So now if I break out this 10, 2 5s are, 5 1s are, so I get the two numbers as 5 and 2. But now if I multiply 5 2s are, I get 10. But 5 plus 2 is plus 7. It's not minus 7. I should get minus 7. So if I apply minus minus in front of these two numbers, so minus 5 when multiplied with minus 2, minus 5 multiplied by minus 2 is plus 10. Okay. And when minus 5 is added with minus 2, so minus 5 added with minus 2, I'll get minus 7. Here comes the case. My middle term is minus 7x here. Minus 7x. So I'll not write this middle term. I'll just copy this x square as it is. Okay. I'll copy this plus 10 as it is. I'm splitting up the middle term. So at the place of minus 7x, I'll write minus 5x and minus 2x. Okay. Minus 5x and minus 2x. So now minus 5x and minus 2x at the place of this middle term. Once again, as I told you, first two terms में से कुछ common और last two terms में से कुछ common. Okay, so यहाँ से if I remove x common, from here I will remain with x minus 5. हमेशा second last term की sign को common निकालने का last दो terms में से. So minus common निकाले, and if I remove 2 common, so यहाँ से x बचेगा, and be careful because I have removed this minus sign common, so this plus will become minus, and 2 5s is 10, so x minus 5 I have here. So now what we have, as I can see from the throughout the expression, I have x minus 5 here also and x minus 5 here also. So x minus 5 I am removing common from the entire expression. So from here this x will come here minus 2. So this is my answer of the second question. Hope you understood, students. Pause the video and start solving. Over here, product of those two numbers should be minus 10, and if I add those two numbers, I should get plus 3. Okay, so I write here my product of two numbers should be minus 10, and the summation of two numbers should be plus 3, 10. So I can just say 2 1s are 2 5s are, 2 1s are 2 5s are, 5 1s are 5 1s are. These are the two numbers. So let's say two factors are 5 and 2. 5 and 2. Now how to proceed with? I should get minus 10. So I can say minus 5 and minus 2, or minus 5 and plus 2. When minus 5 multiplies with plus 2, I get minus 10. Oh, amazing. But when minus 5 and plus 2 are added, so minus 5 and plus 2 is nothing but minus 3. But I want plus 3. So this cannot be the case. So now let's change. If I put this as minus 2 and if I put this as plus 5. So now once again plus 5 and multiply by minus 2, I get minus 10. And when plus 5 and minus 2 are added, plus 5 and minus 2 is plus 3. I get this sum also. Okay, so now you can start, students. Pause your video and start solving. We are doing middle term splitting. So now I will split this middle term, which is plus 3x. So I will not write this plus 3x. I'll copy the first term, which is x square, and I'll also write the last term, which is minus 10. So first I'll just write here x square and the last term, which is minus 10. Okay, so now here it comes plus 5x minus 2x, removing x common from first two terms. So here I'll be remaining with only x plus 5. Always take out common the sign of the second last term. So minus 2 is common, minus is common, and from 2 and 10 2 I remain common. So x, because I removed minus sign common, so be careful, this minus will become plus. So plus 2 5s are, and as I told you, always this two brackets should be same. So I got here x plus 5. I am removing x plus 5 common throughout the expression. So from here I am removing, I am remained with x here, minus 2. This is my answer. Okay, now let's proceed with our fourth illustration. Hope you all are solving simultaneously. A square minus 3a minus 54. This is our question. Now how to solve this question? Can you please find out for me the sum and the product? Yes, it's very simple. I should have those two numbers such that अगर वो दो numbers को multiply करते हैं, अगर दो numbers को multiply करते हैं, so I should get minus 54. Okay, so my product should be minus 54. And if I add the same two numbers जिनको multiply करके minus 54 आया है, तो summation should be minus 3. This is my question. Okay, now let's see what will be those two numbers. So if here I see 54, I'll break up 54. 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14, or it does not goes with 2, it goes with 3, right? 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are, and 3 1s are. I should make such pairings such that ऐसे दो नंबर्स जिनको मल्टीप्लाई करके चाहिए माइनस 54 और वही दो नंबर को ऐड करके चाहिए माइनस 3. You should make the pairings. Now if I do like this, 3 3s are is 9 and 3 2s are is 6. So one number I got is 9 and another number is 6. Can I say 9 6 is 54? Yeah, 9 6 is 54. Always it will be correct. But I should get minus 3 and I should get minus 54. So if I put minus 9 here and I write plus 6 here, minus 9 multiplied by plus 6 is minus 54, and minus 9 plus 6 is minus 3. Okay, I'm just replacing this minus 3 with minus 9 and plus 6. I'll remove this a square same, I'll write this a square same, I'll write this minus 54 same as it is. So a square and minus 54 as it is same. At the place of minus 3a, I'll write minus 9a plus 6a. Okay, now removing common from the first two terms, if I remove a common, from here a is remaining minus 9. From this two terms, I'll remove the common and the sign should be the sign of the second last term. So I'll remove this plus common. Can I say 6 is a multiple? 6 goes in 54? Yes. 6 9s are 54. So I'll remove 6, entire 6 common. So from here, this a will be common minus 6 9s are. And see this, I got a minus 9 and a minus 9. These two brackets are same, and this hints me out that my solution is correct. So now a minus 9, I'm removing common from the entire expression. From here I'm remaining with a plus, and here I have 6. So this is the answer, student, of my second illustration. Now students, we'll see the fifth illustration on the board. X square plus 16x minus 132 is equal to 0. फिर से क्या लॉजिक है हमारा? We should get those two numbers such that अगर उनको मल्टीप्लाई करो तो उनका प्रोडक्ट कितना आना चाहिए? प्रोडक्ट शुड बी माइनस 132. ओके, एंड इफ आई ऐड वही दो नंबर को जिनको मल्टीप्लाई करके माइनस 132 आया है, तो उनको ऐड करके क्या आना चाहिए? देयर समेशन शुड बी प्लस 16. Okay, so let's start finding, students. Let's start finding. I'll find out for you the factors of 132. 132 So factors of 132. 2 6 are 12, comes here 1, 2 6 are, 2 3s are, 2 3s are, 3 1s are, 1s are, 11 1s are. Okay. Now see this here. 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12. ये 12 होता है, ये 11. 11 12s is 132. Okay fine. But 11 और 12 को प्लस करके ने 16 नहीं आता है, तो सिर्फ मल्टीप्लिकेशन नहीं चलेगा. It should satisfy both the conditions. It should satisfy both the conditions. Now how to solve further? 11 2s are. What is 11 2s are? 11 2s are it's 22. Okay. And what is 3 2s are? 3 2s are is 6. So if I say one number is 22 and other number is 6, I should get my answer in negative sign. So if I write here minus and if I write here plus, 22 when multiplied with minus 6, I should get minus 132. It will be, no need to check, product तो होगा ही हमेशा. और प्लस मल्टीप्लाई बाय माइनस इज माइनस, एंड 22 को अगर ऐड करते हैं माइनस 6 के साथ में, so I will get positive 16. Yeah, this also qualifies for it. So now let's solve. X square I am writing as it is x square. I am splitting up the middle term, so I'll not write plus 16x because my middle term is plus 16. I'll just write minus 132. Students, if you observe in this question, I have written equal to 0. No harms. So the only change will be here I'll write therefore. So either if you have equal to 0 sign here, then only you will write therefore, and every time you will copy this equal to 0, equal to 0, equal to 0. If you don't have equal to 0 sign, you will write equal to sign over here. The logic is in one expression, in one line, there should be only one time equal to sign. This is the logic. Okay, so x square I wrote as it is x square. Now I'm splitting plus 16x, so I'll not write plus 16x. Instead of plus 16x, I'll write plus 22x, of course, and here I'll write minus 6x. If I remove common from this two, so if I remove x common, so from here x is remaining and plus 22. I always take out sign common of the second last term, so I have minus, so I'll remove minus common from both these terms. And 6, does 6 goes entirely in 132? Yes, 6 2s are is 12, 1 carry, 6 2s are, yes it goes. So 6 is carry, 6 is common, sorry. So x remaining here, minus I have removed common, so this becomes plus 6 2s are 12, 6 2s are 12 is equal to 0. And see what I got here. This both the brackets should be same. So I'll remove common this bracket, x plus 22, and from here I'll say x minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay. Now there will be one more step over here, because here equal to 0 is given. अगर equal to 0 नहीं दिया हुआ होता, तो my answer will be just this. This will be my answer, as in the previous two cases. But because here 0 is given, so this 0 I'll hand over to this bracket as well as this bracket. So I'll say it's x plus 22 is equal to 0, or then I'll just make a line here, x minus 6 is equal to 0. So therefore 22 goes there, x is equals to minus 22, this will be my first answer. Minus 6 goes there, so x is equal to plus 6, minus 6 goes there. These two are the values. I repeat, the specific values we get only when equal to 0 is given. Okay, please pause the video and continue solving. Next question on the board, students, is 6 upon x is equal to 1 plus x. Apparently, if we see, it does not looks like a quadratic equation, because our quadratic equation's general form is something like this: ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so we should have some square wala term. And secondly, I can see I have a problem here, that I have something x in the denominator. So my first step will be to eliminate this x from the denominator. I have total 3 terms, first, second and third. Multiplying all the 3 terms with x. If I multiply all the 3 terms with x, so what will happen? If I multiply x with this term, this x and the multiplied x will be cancelled off. And of course here 1x will be introduced. But the key step, the reason for this step will be to eliminate x from the denominator. So multiplying on both the sides or with all the 3 terms with x. So I will be remaining with 6 upon x into x, so only 6 will be remaining. 1 multiplied by x is x, plus x multiplied by x is x square. Now let's bring this 6 on the right hand side, so it becomes minus 6. Therefore x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, beautiful. Now once again, what is our question over here? We should have two numbers such that their product is minus 6. I want such two numbers such that their product is minus 6. And वही दो नंबर को जिनका मल्टीप्लिकेशन माइनस 6 है, अगर उसी को ऐड करेंगे, वही दो नंबर को ऐड करेंगे, सो माई आंसर शुड बी +1, because if nothing is mentioned in front of x, it is but obvious as +1. So my summation of the two numbers should be +1. ऐसे दो नंबर जिनको मल्टीप्लाई करो तो आना चाहिए -6, और वही दो नंबर को अगर आपस में सम करते हैं, ऐड करते हैं, तो +1 आना चाहिए. Okay, now let's see what is 6. Can I say 6 can be written as 3 2s and 2 1s? 3 2s is 6. I want here -6. Can I say I can have here -2 and +3? Because when +3 is multiplied with -2, I'll get -6. And when +3 and -2 are added, so +3 -2 is nothing but +1, and I'll get this. Yes, come on, let's start now. Let's start. Over here, what is our middle term, students? Our middle term over here is +1x. So I'll be splitting up this +1x. Okay, so if I split up this +1x, instead of this +1x, I'll write +3x, and I will write -2x. Why so? Because the method which we are following is called as splitting of middle term. Okay, this x square will be copied as it is x square, and this -6 will be copied as it is as -6 is equal to 0. So we have 4 terms. We'll remove common from first 2 terms and again from second last and last terms. Therefore, if I remove x common from here, it will be x plus 3. Always take out the sign of the second last term as common. So minus, I remove common. Again I can see here that 2 is here and 6 is here. So 2 3s is also 6. So I can remove 2 common. So over here only x will be remaining, and because I have removed minus common from here, this minus will become plus. And 2 3s is 6, so it will be 3 equal to 0. Oh great, the idea should be both this bracket should be same. I got both the brackets as same. Therefore removing this bracket x plus 3 common from the entire expression. So if I remove x plus 3 common from here, I will be remaining with only x, and this -2 is equal to 0. Okay, if at all they would have not given to us this equal to 0, then we would have stopped over here. But यहाँ पे दिया है equal to 0. So now either this will be equal to 0 or this will be equal to 0. Therefore x plus 3 is equal to 0, or x minus 2 equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to -3 and x is equal to +2. -2 वहाँ जाके +2.